Hey everyone, today we're going to learn how to make a quick sketch of a basic sine graph. We'll do the example y equals -2 sine of 1/2 x. So for reference, we have the general form of a basic sine equation, and we have an outline with our steps that we'll follow. So in step 1, we'll find our essentials, starting with a, which you see is just the leading coefficient. So our value for a is -2. Anytime that value is negative, I put a star, because I'm going to make a note that I'm using the flipped sine pattern because we have that vertical reflection. That's what that negative out front means. Okay, so we'll come back to that in step 2. And if you want to take the absolute value of a, that will give you the amplitude. So our amplitude here is 2. Remember, that's just the distance from midline of the graph up to a maximum or down to a minimum. We'll see that in step 2 as well when we're setting those y coordinates for the min and the max. All right, on to b, that's just the coefficient of x. Okay, here we see it's just 1/2, and we'll use that to calculate our period. So remember, for sine graphs, that's 2 pi over b. So 2 pi divided by 1/2, that's like multiplying by 2. Our period's going to be 4 pi here. Okay, remember that's just the length of a horizontal cycle. Once you have your period, divide it by 4, and you'll use that value as your horizontal scale, so how you count your tick marks. And we do that so each of our key points in step 2 lines up with a horizontal tick mark. It makes for a nice clean graph. Let's go ahead and label our axis while we're at it. We're just going to do one cycle here, so just 4 horizontal tick marks, and we'll count by pi. So easy enough, 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi. That 4th tick mark to the right of the origin will match your period when you use this setup. And then since our a is -2, we know we should go up 2 and down 2, and this will ensure we capture our minimum and our maximum. All right, so we have everything set up. Step 2 is to plot our key points, remembering that we're using our flipped pattern. So that's this pattern right here. We're starting at the origin. You'll place a 0, then you'll have the minimum, then another 0, then the maximum. So let's go ahead with our pattern. Start with your 0 at the origin. At pi, your first horizontal tick mark to the right, that'll be your minimum. And to get the y coordinate, just use your value for a, so -2. Okay, that ensures from the midline down to that minimum, that's an amplitude of 2 units, or a vertical distance of 2 units here. All right, 2 pi will get us our next 0. And then 3 pi is going to be our maximum. So just take the opposite value for a there. So this time it's 2 units vertically up from our midline. All right, and then finally we just need to complete step 3, sketch in the sine curve. Remember, this is just one cycle. If you need more, you can certainly repeat the pattern in either direction. And that's all there is to it. So hopefully this method helps you understand not only how to graph this, but you should be able to get a quick sketch of almost any basic sine graph using this method. Be sure to subscribe for more help, more examples, and good luck with all your graphing.